All right, so let's use this chapter 5, responsive design part 1, design for mobile devices intro. Prior to the era of mobile devices, websites were almost exclusively accessed by desktop computers. However, the use of mobile devices to connect to the internet has been rising since 2010. According to Statista.com, nearly 50% of websites were visited between 2017 and 2018 worldwide using a mobile device. This trend is expected to continue. That means a business must create a website that includes an optimum viewing experience for mobile users. Have you ever visited a website from a mobile device that was not displayed well on a small screen? Web pages that requires users to zoom and scroll to read and navigate, the website drive visitors away. The good news is that with a web development approach called responsive design, you have the power to create one website that is displayed well across various screen sizes and browsers on devices ranging from phones and tablets through laptops and traditional desktop displays. Responsive design is a website development strategy that strives to provide an optimal user experience of a website regardless of the device used. By applying responsive design principles, the web page and content respond to the screen size of the user's device to minimize unnecessary scrolling and zooming, making reading and interacting with the site as convenient and intuitive as possible. Project Redesign a website for mobile devices. In Chapter 4, you created an external CSS file for the Ford Fitness Club and linked it to each web page in the fitness website. For this project, you apply responsive web design principles to fitness website by editing the CSS and HTML files to use a mobile-first responsive design strategy. These enhancements will result in a better experience for mobile device users. You will continue to enhance the site with responsive design for tablet and desktop viewport in Chapter 6. First, you will modify all the HTML files to add a meta element within the head element to provide support for mobile devices. Next, you will modify the header to keep its position as the user scrolls. You will also learn how to use a mobile device simulator. You will then create a mobile-friendly navigation system and integrate custom fonts. Finally, you will modify and add style rules to design for mobile devices. Figure 5.1 shows a home page, an About Us page, and the Contact Us page of Ford Fitness Club size for a mobile viewport. Figure 5.1 shows a home page, Figure 5.1b shows About Us page, and 5.1c shows a Contact Us page. Oh, okay. In this chapter, you will learn how to create a web page. Yes. Exploring responsive design. Figure 5.2 shows an example of the website developed using responsive design principles. EthanMarcotte.com. The content appears easy to read and navigate on devices of 3 sizes: a desktop browser, a tablet, and a phone. And if you're working on a desktop computer, you can quickly experience how the web page responds to different browser sizes by simply resizing your browser window. Ethan Marcotte is credited with coining the phrase responsive web design. In a 2010 article he wrote for the web developer community in a magazine called alistapart.com, responsive web design is not a specific set of rules, but is better characterized as a philosophy that is constantly refined as HTML and CSS standards, browsers, and technology evolve and improve. However, most discussions of responsive designs highlight the following 3 concepts: a fluid layout, responsive or flexible images, media queries. Designing for mobile devices. Alright, so the explosive growth of mobile browsers, phone tablets quickly created serious problems for web page developers because smaller viewports often require excessive zooming and scrolling. Different techniques emerged to address this problem, one of which was to build a completely separate parallel website optimized for mobile users called a mobile website. Mobile websites are often identified with an M or MO prefix in the URL. Interesting. Pascal Hernando State College's mobile website. Although the word mobile applies to any portable device connected to the internet, such as lightweight laptops, tablets, and phones, in this context, mobile websites are generally focused on improving support for browsers on smartphones. Interesting. The mobile website approach helps companies that have large existing websites provide a quick solution for mobile users. And an organization's current website may contain a massive number of pages that were developed long ago using unresponsive designs built for traditional desktop browsers, modifying each of those pages to incorporate responsive techniques as often as a major effort that it may not be considered as a viable solution. The mobile website approach means that developers build a new parallel website from scratch. Dang, that sucks. Specifically designing it for a small mobile viewport. This approach can be much faster than converting a large website of non-responsive pages to modern responsive designs. Okay. Today, however, most businesses no longer build separate mobile websites. The major downside of creating a mobile website is that it's multiple works required to maintain what becomes two separate websites for the same organization. In contrast, responsive design seeks to optimize the viewing experience for a wide range of devices using one website. Therefore, a website developed with responsive design principles from the very beginning is less work. All right, mobile first strategy. Employs a responsive design principles, but with an interesting twist. Following a mobile-first strategy, a web developer designs the flexible wireframe and essential content for the smallest viewport first, progressively adding more content as the viewport grows. Nice. Using responsive designs. A web page with a fluid layout adjusts the web page designs and content for the size of the viewport. Responsive designs are based on fluid layouts. Before you create a fluid layout for a Ford Fitness Club, however, it is helpful to understand fixed layouts. Fixed layouts do not change in width base and the size of the viewport. Okay? Fixed layouts use fixed measurements units such as pixels to define the width of the area of the wireframe that fix the width of the content regardless of the size of the viewport. Creating a fluid layout. As previously discussed, a fluid layout requires a fluid grid, media queries, and responsive images. To create a fluid grid, you design a web page that uses grid or columns. A mobile viewport should use a single column design, which is ideal for smaller viewport. You should use for a single column design. Okay. All right, so let's go to it. To add a meta viewport element for responsive designs, add the meta viewport element to the head section of Home, About Us, Contact Us, and Template pages. Why? Because appropriate meta viewport elements helps the web page initially load in a size that matches the viewport size. The following steps add the meta viewport element to the Home, About Us, Contacts, and Template pages. All right, so step 1. Open index.html, about, contact, and template HTML in your text editor to prepare to modify the files. In index files, place the insertion point at the end of line 7, and then press enter to insert new line 8, just above the closing head tag. All right, so let's do the index over here first. And we'll do about here first. Actually, no, yeah, we got to do the template first. It's about classes, nutrition, contact, styles. Perfect. All right, so it says on line 8, add the tag meta name viewport. Okay. Place the insert point at the end of line 7, then press enter to enter news. So we're going to go to line 7. And then we'll just do the meta tag. name equals viewport content equals width equals device dash width. Oh, initial scale is equals to 1. And there it is. Wow. Copy the meta element of line 8, and then in and about, paste the meta in the same location, in the content, same template. Yes, save all files. All right, so let's go ahead and just copy this. Put it in the real index. Oh, you know what? Let's do... I need to change the save and save it to... Okay. Cool. So let's see. Oh yeah, so this right here is what it looks like on, if it was like on a phone. All right, steps in a mobile first strategy. To add a comment for mobile styles. Before you create mobile styles rules in your CSS file, begin with a comment to signify where the style rules begin. This is a good coding practice and gives future developer working on the site clear insight about the location of the mobile styles. The following steps add a new comment to the note mobile styles in CSS. Okay. So open the styles in your text editor. Shower dying. Go to line 24. Okay, so on line 24, okay, go to line 22, yep. All right, so let's go ahead and just put a comment. Okay, there it is, on line 24, type over to insert a new line. All right, so now we're gonna do a sticky header You've already created a style rule for the header element, but now need to modify it for a mobile viewport and to make it appear as fixed or sticky element. Why? Because the previous design uses a 2-column layout for the header and the nav. Use a single column design for a mobile viewport for a simplified design. The following steps revise the header style rules and create a new style rule for the header image selector. Okay, so with the styles okay, go to line 27. Delete the float and width declarations within the header style rules on the lines 27 and 28 to remove them. I guess this is it, right? So we just delete the header. Delete the float and width declarations. Yep. So we could go ahead and just delete this as it says. So let's do position. There it is, web sticky. So let's do the position again. Let's do top 0. Background color. Let's just do, hey, it's the first one. And let's do the height. 190 pixels. Sweet. Okay, so why do I need to add the position property twice within the same style rule? You need to design for cross-browser compatibility. The first declaration uses the WebKit prefix to support Safari browsers. The second declaration specifies a position property for all other major browsers. Oh. So why do I need to specify a black background color for the header when the same background color is already specified for the body? Well, since the header element will now be sticky, you need to specify a background color so it does not appear as transparent when the user scrolls down, which will make the logo appear on the top of the subsequent elements. All right, so let's go ahead and place your insertion point after the closing brace on line 33 and press enter twice to insert new lines. Line 35, type header image to insert new selector and opening brace. Press enter to add a new line at 36, okay, and then press enter to add a new line 37. Press the shift tab keys to decrease the indent. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just do this and then we'll go figure out what the purpose is for, okay? So we'll go for line 33. Line 31, so it said that we had to do an header image. And then we'll do the open bracket. All right, so we gotta set the margin to 0 auto. Perfect. So again, the purpose of the new style rule for the new image within the header is because this style rule centers the logo on the website or on the web page. The 0 value is for the top and the bottom margins, and the auto value is for the left and right margins. So when you specify auto as the value for left and right margins, it centers the content. And there it is. What? Yep, so there's the center logo. It's sticky because whenever I scroll down, this stays up here. Noise. So let's click the About Us. Ooh, it is a mess. Oh snap. How do I even... Nutrition, nothing, contact us. There's all that. All of them is still white. Oh, it's because we didn't change the background set and we didn't add that style set. Or, oh, Billy, wow. Okay, so save your changes, open the index, HTML file in Google Chrome to view the page, and that's what I see. That is wonderful. All right, so my DevTools dock appeared at the bottom of the screen. Can I change this? Yes. You can customize the location of your DevTools dock to be on the left side, right side, bottom, or in separate window. To change the dock side location, tap or click the Customize and Control DevTools button and then select your preferred dock side location. Okay, so let's go ahead and try that because I just have this scooted. Yeah, this is my dock side right here. So what did it say? To change the dock side location, tap or click the Customize and Control Dev buttons. Is it this thing? I guess I don't know. It just seems to be just... Ooh, so let's try... Yeah, I'm just gonna choose the basic response. So yeah, I guess let's just chill out with this because I have no idea where that button is. Whoop. I don't want to close that. Okay, well, yeah, I'll just keep it the same, how it was, right there. Okay. Typically, toggle do is part of this phase if not break type will kill. Okay, so why does navigation appear vertical? Yeah, I guess it kind of does, don't it? So let's just do... Yeah, it does, don't it, huh? Oh, interesting. That's in one page? Yeah, way. Okay, interesting. All right. All right, so let's see. All right. To edit the nav style rules for mobile viewport, modify the style rules for the nav element only to include padding and margin properties. You will modify the style rules for the unordered list in the future steps. Okay. However, you must first modify the style rule for the nav selector to use only properties related to padding and margin. The following steps edit the styles for the nav selector in a CSS file. All right, so in styles, delete the declarations on line 41 through 43 to remove the width, float, and margin declaration. Okay, so remove the width, float, and margin decorations again on line 41, indent if necessary, and then type padding 1% to add a new declaration. Press enter key to insert that, margin bottom, save your changes. Okay, so going to line 41, I gotta remove that whole thing into the nav. Okay, so line 41, we're going to do the padding at, what was it, 1%. And then we can do the margin bottom. Margin bottom is going to be at 1% as well. Okay. 101. Okay, so why am I removing these properties? Okay, these styles are for desktop viewport. You need to first style for nav for mobile viewport. You will design a new nav for tablet and desktop viewports in chapter 6. Okay, so right now I guess we just do the mobile phone, and then we'll progress. Yeah, we'll just progress on through. Hold on a second. All right. All right, so now we've got to edit the nav unordered list UL style rule for mobile viewport. Recall that you already have a style rule that targets an unordered list within the nav element. This style rule removes the default bullet marker, removes margin, and aligns text right. Yes, we did that. Edit the style rule to align text center. The following steps modify a nav UL selector and declarations in a CSS file. So we need to look at the nav UL, delete the declaration for margin. If necessary, move the text align, replace value center. Place your insertion point after the image selector on lines 8, and then type UL to add the UL selector to the CSS reset style rule. Then you save your changes. All right, that sounds good. So I gotta go and try and find my nav UL, which is right here. And then I could go ahead and just delete all of this except for the list style. Yep, okay, so delete that. List style is still going to be none, and then we're going to do the text align center. Wunderbar. So then I go to my line 8, is that what it says? Place your insertion point in the image selector on line 8, and then type UL to add the UL selector in the CSS stat rule. Alright, so go to line 8, and okay, so after this, so after is image, then it's going to be UL. Okay, perfect. All right, to edit the nav li style rule for mobile viewports, the current style rule for the nav li selector sets several font properties and sets the display to an inline block. Remove the display decoration of this pertain to the desktop viewport. In addition, remove the font weight and then add a declaration to apply a top border. The following steps modify the style rules for the nav li selector for mobile displays. Locate the nav li selector that begins with on line 50 to prepare and modify its style rules. Delete the display and font weight declarations. And then to remove this declaration from the style rule, place your insertion point in line 52, then press enter. Line 53, type border top 1 pixel solid hashtag FFF to add new declaration. Okay. So, all right, so line 50. Let's go and do that. So line 50, nav li. We are gonna delete the display and the font weight declaration. Really, it's just all of it. If you okay, so the nav li. Oh no, that was wrong. That is line 58. So delete the font weight. I'm just gonna need my, and then delete the display. Oh, come on, man. Okay, font size and font family. Verdana, Arial, and sans serif. It sure is still. Okay, so from front, it's going to add the border top. One pixel solid. All right, let's change the changes, and then to display the web page in the mobile viewport. Wonderful. Hey, there it is. There's that. But I don't think we need this little line right there. I think that's what we're gonna have to delete next. Okay. All right, so we got to go and get some custom fonts. Fonts.google.com, determine fonts, okay. Okay, to integrate a custom Google font. You will improve the design of the Forward Fitness Club website by integrating custom Google fonts. You will use the Francois, one part of the navigation links, and Roboto Slab from the main content. Why? Using custom fonts improves the overall design of a website. The following steps integrate a custom Google font within the Forward Fitness sites. All right, so, okay, it says I need to open up one. It says I need to go to fonts.google.com. I probably need to make this just a little bit bigger, eh? Okay, and a search types of Francois. One. Okay, tap or click the select this font button to select the font. Okay, so all right, so return. Okay, I don't understand. Tap or click select this font button to select the fonts. Okay. Return to the search fonts text box. What that is. And then type Roboto Slab. To display the Roboto Slab in the front web page, tap and select this font button to select the font. Alright, so now tap or click the family's selected collectible window near the bottom of the web page to expand the window figure. So read the embedded font instructions to understand how to embed these fonts. Highlight the link element provided below the text. Standard to select it. Press Control key to copy it. I think their website is a lot more different than. That is pretty. Alright, so let's see if that's what it would actually. Alright, so it says that we're gonna have to enter it into line 9. Okay, so open index and checks out place insertion point on line 8, then press enter. Start a new line there, control V, save its changes. Open up the index, go to line 9. Open the about, contact. Okay, so really just add all that into all of them. Index. Wonderful. Okay, so why do I need to paste a link element within every web page? To use the custom Google fonts, you must provide instructions to the browser about where to obtain the custom fonts. Note how the link element includes a URL to fontsgoogle.com and then specifies the font to display. Alright, so return to your browser window to display the Google Fonts web page. Read the specified CSS instructions to understand how to apply these custom fonts in your style sheet. In the family selected window, select the style from scale 1. Okay. So in my styles, I could go to the font. Okay, in the family selected. Alright, so Friends Qual 1, sans serif. Okay. Root. Ooh, fancy. Okay. In the family selected window, select the declaration font family, and then press Control, copy the declaration. Alright, so it's going to be line 70. 1.25 EM. And we're going to do Roboto slab. All right, wonderful. Ooh. Nice. Okay, save your changes, then open it next to Chrome device mode, viewer change. Scroll down. Yeah, that's the Roboto slab. Alright, so pseudo classes. A pseudo class can be used with a selector to specify the state of an element. For example, you can specify a style to apply when a mouse hovers over an element. Likewise, you can specify a style to apply to only a first or last element, such as a list or paragraphs. A pseudo class consists of a colon followed by the name of the pseudo class. The following example creates the style rule for the first list item. Okay, li, colon, first child, opening brace, font size 1.25, color that, closing. The above style rule will apply for the first list of items on a web page. Website pseudo classes are grouped into the following categories: dynamic, target, language, UI element, states, and structural. Okay. Alright, so to remove the top border of the nav-li style rule. Oh, okay, that's this top border right there is what they're talking about. We turn to styles. Text editor prepare to create a new style rule. Place your insertion point on the closing curly brace on line 54, then press enter key twice. On line 56, type nav-li first child. Okay. So let's go ahead and just do that. So on line 56, we're going to do nav-li first child. Okay, so I'm going to be border top. None. Press enter key to add a new line of 58, then shift. Okay. Save your changes. All right, so let's see it. No, still there. Oh. It's because I have two of this. Nav-li first child. Yes. Okay, nav-li first child. Border top. None. Oh, it's 9. There it is. Oh, it's gone. Troubleshoot. Okay. That makes sense. All right, save your changes in view. Okay, we just did that. All right, to edit that nav-li a style rule, you have already created a style rule for the nav-li a selector. Modify the style rule by removing the text align property and its value. The following steps modify the style rule for the nav-li a selector in a CSS file. Return to styles.css in text editor and locate the style rule for the nav-li a selector, which begins on line 60 to prepare to edit style rule. Okay, there it is. delete line 63 to remove the text align declaration from the stat room. So delete line 63. Okay, what do I need to delete the text align declaration? Okay, well, the style rules for the nav UL selector already specifies the text align property. Yes, it already does. So we just don't need to. So display block, color, padding, and text declaration, none. Perfect. All right, so I guess we are gonna analyze the home page for mobile first design to modify the home page. Okay, modify the home page to add essential contents for a mobile user. First, create a new div element with a class mobile attribute and a value. Next, modify the current div ID intro. Okay, tablet and desktop. All right, so let's go ahead and just do it. Okay, so open index.html in your text editor and prepare to modify the changes. There it is. On line 39, press tab to indent and then type. Okay, so line 39. Does my line 39 not align with the book? Okay. All right, so place your cursor point on line 37. Okay. Press enter key twice. To insert new line on 38 and 39. Perfect. Press the enter key twice to insert new lines. Okay, line 39. Press the tab key to indent. And type. Class equals div class equals mobile. Okay, class mobile to insert new div element. Press any key twice to insert lights on 4041. Okay. On line 41, increase the inlet if necessary. I don't think I need to. All right, so we're going to do a p tag. P tag, and we're going to go welcome to forward fitness club. Our mission is to help our clients meet their fitness and nutrition goals. End of p tag. The measures occur to add a paragraph to enter the key twice. Okay, line 43. Gonna need an H3. Free 1 week trial membership. Wunderbar. Call us today to get started. Okay. So now I gotta enter a P class. Class equals tell link. Let's do an anchor. href equals tell 814 555 9608. So 814 555 9608. There's the closing anchor tag and the closing paragraph tag. Wonderful. Okay, suppress and agree twice. Then type H for fitness club hours. Then we have to do another unordered list, and with the list items. Okay, wonderful. So 47. All right, so we said it was going to be H4. Fitness club hours. H. Okay, so line 48, it's going to be UL. But I'm going to do a class with this UL. And this is going to be called hours, so we can customize it. Now we got to actually display the hours in so now we got to do li. First one is going to be Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay, closing tag li, perfect. Okay, so line 50, we're going to do another list item. And it's going to say Friday, 6 a.m. 6 a.m. to Friday, it's going to be 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's not a lot of hours, ain't it? And then Saturday. Saturday is going to be 8 a.m. Whoops. 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. Then li. Yeah, I don't understand. So why is... Oh, because it's all set into one. Okay, I see it. Okay, the new div is going to be on line 55. All right, so on line 32. Okay, so where's line 32? Right here. Place insertion point before the closing angle bracket. Yep, right there, right after hero. And place insertion point before the closing angle bracket and type class equals tablet desktop. ID hero class equals tablet desktop. Hero class tablet. Okay, yeah, so now we could refer that back into the CSS. On line 57, change the attribute ID, the ID attribute to class and the intro value to tablet desktop. Okay, so line 57. So instead of the div ID, it's going to be a div class. Whoop. And then we're going to change this. Intro is going to be the tablet desktop. Wonderful. Save your changes. I got us. All right, so now we have to create a style rule for the mobile class. I'm sure it's like a, why do I have like an easel or something? Okay, now that you have a mobile class attribute within the website, create a style rule to display the mobile class as a block element for the mobile viewport. Why? Because in the mobile viewport, we got to show the phone number with the link to make it easier for mobile users to call the business. Oh, so this is how they do it. Use the block value with a display property to display the phone number as a block element. The following steps create a style rule for the .mobile selector. Okay, so reopen the styles, CSS, in your text editor, place your insertion point 65, type the comment, show mobile class, hide tablet desktop class, enter the key .mobile. Okay, so now we're just adding the reference for the class mobile. Okay, for the class selector. Press the enter key to create the line 70, decrease the incident. Wonderful. All right, so go back to styles. Okay, button to line 65. Twice for 67, and then we gotta type. Desktop class and comment back out again. Insert a comment. Okay, press the enter key to line 68. And then we're going to do the dot mobile. Opening curly brace. Insert that. So we're going to do our display, and it's going to be block. There it is. Wonderful. Okay, press the enter key to. Okay, to close the style rule. Wonderful. All right, so now we got to add a style rule for the tablet desktop class. Create a style rule to hide the content in a desktop class. First, insert a class selector tablet desktop selector, and then set the display property to none, because we don't want to display the tablet or desktop content in a mobile viewport. So the following steps add the styles rules. Okay, go to insertion 70 and and type in that. All right, so let's go into the number 70. So I'll type it into number 72. So now we're gonna add the class selector. And this is what we type in into the index HTML. Opening curly brace, do that. And now we gotta do the display, none. Perfect, I got my closing bracket on, left indented, decreased. Okay, perfect. All right. So we're talking about rounded corners. Okay, to default element borders use a 90-degree angle. You can see the angle when you specify a border all around the element. Likewise, images also have a default 90 degrees angle at each corner. You can change this default appearance by applying the round corners with CSS. Okay, well, we could, change it up. All right, so to add style rules for the link class. Yeah, I think we'll do the rounded thing. I don't know. I guess I just talked about that. We can if we really wanted to, but I think we do that later though. Okay. So when you add a mobile content to the home page, you added a link class to the paragraph element. right. You can now create a style rule for the telling class to make the phone number stand out by specifying a background color, padding margins, width, text alignment, and rounded corners. Oh, that's why. So why is because the style, the phone number, it appears as a button to indicate that the user can touch it or call for it to fitness. Okay. Allowing the steps to create style rules for telling class. Wonderful. Place your session point at the closing brace on line 83. Okay. Of course, insert twice. So we got to do the telling. Dot telling. So we do the background color, and it's gonna be 40, 40, 40, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Padding is gonna be 2%. Margin is gonna be at 0 auto. And then width is going to be 80%. Width is going to be 80%. And then text align is going to be center. And then the border radius is going to be 5. Okay, so what is the purpose of the new .tell link style rule? The purpose of adding the .tell link style rule is to style the phone number with the telephone link to appear as a button. Okay, and this helps users recognize that they can touch the button to call. So I guess it's more so just yeah. Is to just make it look interactive enough just so the user can go ahead and just touch it and be able to make the phone call. All right. All right, so let's increase to number 90. And 394. All right, so now we're going to do the tell link A. Press the key to insert line 95, and the color is going to be hashtag FFF. Text decoration to none. Font size 1.5 EM. Display is going to be block, and then yeah, just make sure that the closing bracket is decreased. So let's go ahead and just do to line 94 dot tell link A, opening curly brace, color is going to be FFF. That's ooh, pretty. Text decoration is going to be none. Decoration is going to be none. Font size is going to be 1.5 EM. Okay. Display is going to be block. Cool. All right. So what is okay, so what is the purpose of the new .tell link A style rule? Well, the purpose of this style rule is to format the appearance of the telephone link itself. All right, to add a style rule for the hours class, when you added mobile content to the homepage, you included an unordered list that contained the hours for the Ford Fitness Club. The unordered list element contains a class attribute with the value hours, style the hours to add the left margin. Okay, why? The UL selector was added to the CSS reset style rule. It sure was, which removes margin paddings and borders. Specify some left margin to display the bullet marker. The following steps create a style rule for the hours class. All right, so we got to place insertion point, blah, 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 and type in, yep, the class selector, dot hours, press enter key, margin left, 10%, and that's it. So let's go ahead into, after this, so let's go ahead and just do the dot hours, open that. And we're going to do the margin left. And we're going to do 10%. Save your changes and open the HTML, Chrome device mode, and display in a mobile viewport. Cool. So let's see what it looks like on right. Ciao. Sweet. So there is the changes. Hey, call us today. Wonderful. Oh yeah, it's wanting us to because that's the phone link. Wonderful, right? I don't like that color though, man. Okay, so let's modify the style rule for the main element. Okay, in the style set, so okay. All right, so line 77 main, that. Okay, there's going to be 2%. So, yeah, I guess it's telling us to change it to make it a little bit smaller. So we want to change that to 1.15 EM. About a slab, and there's a serif. Okay, wonderful. Oh, I totally skipped that. Okay, select and delete line 78 and remove from the style rule. Yeah, so we need to remove the clear. This is what we've got to remove. Okay. No, man. I even want to test it just to see if it works, and I guess it's working, right? All right, so I forgot to even check for my spelling errors and things like that. So let's go ahead and just go up. We are at the home. Aye, look at this. All right, so we'll go to the index. Okay, so welcome to the Ford Fitness Club. Our mission is to help our clients meet their fitness and nutrition goals. Okay, there it is, Ford Fitness Club. Our mission is to help our that free 1 week trial membership. Oh, I think that membership is supposed to be capitalized. Call us today to get started. 814-555-9608. Fitness club hours, Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday, 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday is going to be closed. Look at it. You know what? I probably messed up on the tell link because the book is showing that this should be a little bit darker. This little padding that I created back here. It should have only been, oh, that's what it is. It should have been only 340s, but I put 4. There it is. Yeah. Yep, so it's going to be 40, 40, 40, 2% on the padding, 0 auto, 80% center, and 5 pixels. Yeah, let's make it a little bit more rounded. So let's make it 25. Oh, that thing is round. I kind of dig that. Yeah, let's try the 20. Okay. Yeah, wonderful. Cool. So I fixed that. All right, so now let's go ahead and just modify the style rules for the main element. Oh, I guess I already did that. Analyze the About Us page for the mobile first design. Oh, because I guess we're about to go dive into the About Us. All right, the About Us page has more content than the home page. It sure does. To minimize scrolling, review the page content to determine the most essential information which describes the equipment and services. In this case, to use as much of the available space as you can, hide other content in the main element, including a common exercise is information. Yeah, very true. And the paragraph, which is external length. Okay, so we need to modify the About Us page and modify the HTML code on the About Us page before you modify the styles.css, so you can see how the changes you make can affect the content on the web page. In about.html, add a class attribute with a value tablet, desktop, and on list with the main element to the div ID exercises tag. Then add a class attribute with the value of round to each image element within the element. Okay. All right, so if we're going to do that, let's go ahead and just go to the About Us. Ooh, look at that little ugly thing. Those things are everywhere. Yeah, so you want to minimize like the scrolling. This is definitely no good. All right, so it says that we need to open up the About. Open up the about.html in your text editor to prepare to modify the page. Okay. Before the closing bracket, and type class tablet desktop. Line 52. Okay, so really we are just... Okay, so we're just adding all the class desktop into all the unordered list. And then we're adding the class round into, okay, yeah, just all to the image sources, or the image link. Okay, that makes sense. So I need to go to the UL. Okay, so there's the ULs, and that's going to be class tablet dot desktop. Okay. So let's go ahead and just copy the whole thing so I can just paste over it, you know? So next is we gotta go to line 52. There it is. And then the next one is gonna be right line 65. And the next one is gonna be on line right. It's a defined list. Oh, it's going to be inserted in there. So it's before that closes, after the exercises. And then that is where we add the class. Tablet desktop. Okay, wonderful. All right, so now we're going to add the round class as well. Line 37. Are we adding that into the image source? That's where it is. With the weight in hand. Right there. Okay, so before this closes, and this is where we could enter our class round. Cool, so now we need to add this into the other images as well too for the working out machines. Where's it at? Right there before your workout. Cardio, that. Whoa. Okay, so this one will be on line 63, same. All right, so we need to add a style rule for the round class. Okay, so now that we've got the class, now we need to add the class selector onto our CSS so we could actually make the customizations for it. All right, so we need to do that. So we need to open up a class selector round, and we're going to do the border radius 8 pixels for the property and value. I guess that's it. Yeah, so yeah, this is the same thing. We're just rounding things off. So go into the styles, go into place insertion point, and 114, or really it's gonna be, yep, so weights, cardio, and training. Perfect. This is where we're gonna Go ahead and just refer that there. Radius is going to be 8 px. Insert department value. Okay. What is happening? This is no good. Oh, it's because of all of these. So let's see. All right, so why I've only seen the changes on one of them. Right here. This is the only one that I see change, but those two is not the same. So dot round border this. So let's see if I even did that right in the about. So yeah, it's gonna be on class equals round and close angle. Image program working machines. Class equals round. Okay. Oh, yeah. Maybe that's what it was. Why is it a line like that, though? That's so weird. Okay, so image source, image personal trainer, class round. So now, oh yeah, let's see what it looks like if it's gonna do. Whoa, that looks terrible. Why is this not aligned? I don't understand. Okay, well, I'm thinking probably it's supposed to be like this until I remove some of the clears and some of the possible okay, yeah, the floats and the width and stuff like that. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if this makes any changes. Okay. So in styles, delete the width and float on lines 111 and 112. Okay, so let's do that. Instead, the width and the float. Then delete any blank lines within the style rule. Okay. Hey, that actually works. There it is. That makes so much sense. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it was supposed to be like that because it was just something was conflicting to both things, and that's why it wasn't properly working, because I still had the floats and the width declaration. Yeah, so the new line 110 is just supposed to be that. Okay, so we need to close out. Okay, so select lines 118 through 132 to cut these style rules. Scroll down to the bottom style sheet and then paste it at the rules for the bottom. Okay, so 118. Okay, so we gotta cut this out. So we cut that out. Go down to 150, paste it out, but we are going to all right. Okay, that makes so much sense. So what is the purpose of moving style rules to the bottom of the style sheet and converting them to comments? You will need these style rules for immediate query in chapter 6. Instead of retyping them, you will remove the comment indicators. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Save your changes and open it about that to display the mode viewpoint and scroll down to see the changes. Nice. Okay. So now we're going to do the contact us page. All right, so analyze the Contact Us page for the mobile first design. Review the Contact Us page to determine how to best style the content for mobile displays. Recall that the Contact Us page includes a telephone number without a telephone link. In addition, the map extends beyond the mobile viewport. Okay, so guess we are going to modify the contact us page. So for the contact us, this is what it looks like. Why is that not sticky? Was I supposed to... Oh, you know what? I probably didn't do this one. Okay, so where is... Okay, viewport initial scale, because I remember doing that. Okay, I did that. Scale 1 and that. Scale 1 and that. This. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to review back on some of these because maybe should have been sticky, right? Is that one of the versions I did? Okay, so we got to create a sticky header. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, you have already created style rule for the header with the CSS increment. Open your CSS file. Okay, that's what I did. So let's see. Yeah, web. The style rule for header. So it's just a simple basic header, so it's not like it's a class or anything. So same as my little header image, it's going to be there. Yeah. Yeah, the about and that. Have I just not done it yet? You know? Okay, so the header image. Forget that. The header. So this is the body, style rules, the header. Yeah, okay. Well, it should be displaying it on all of them. Nothing seems different between these two. I don't understand. I'm gonna say the bot. Yeah, bot has the sticky. And the contact it doesn't. So oh, this is wrong. This is supposed to be contact.html. This is supposed to be classes. .html. So this is. Oh, you fucking idiot! God damn you! Idiot! You know, I should say index. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I guess this is just something that I would just have to. Yeah, same. The header image. So let's go check out and re-verify the styles again. So I've got my header image, margin at 0, auto. Okay, semicolon. Header, web, sticky, background color. Yeah. Okay, yeah, well maybe I'm just not there yet. My back. I need a computer chair. I don't have one. I'm just using a regular dinner chair to be on my laptop. So it's dead. Viewport. Okay. Alright, so the contact us page includes a phone number. However, the phone number does not include a telephone link, nor is it styled for telephone link. Update the page to add a telephone link and the tel-link class attribute to apply the tel-link style rule. Yeah, we already got it. So all we got to do is just modify it and it'll just link those two together. Update the page to add a telephone link and the tel-link class attribute to apply the tel-link style rule. Yes, because it's already created. Modify the email link to add a class attribute with a value contact email link. Oh, that's a new one. All right, so why would we do that? Add the functionality to the mobile viewport by including the telephone link. Mobile users expect this convenience on their mobile devices, and the following steps to modify elements on the Contact Us page. Okay, so we need to, before the closing angle brackets on the H4 tag, we need to add the class tel-link, and then we replace the phone number. Yeah. Cool. So let's go ahead and just do it. So go through our HTML. oh, go to our contact HTML, sorry. And then H4 tag right here. Yeah, so we already got a div ID equals context, so we just need to add it at, right there, the H4 right before that closes. All right, so let's go ahead and just add class tell link. Okay, so right where so we need to do an href, and then we're gonna do the tell. Nope, I'm gonna just do tell 814-555-9608. Perfect. And right before this ends, this is what's going to be displayed on the actual web page. 814. Five, 9608, and then there's the closing anchor tag. Oh, delete the text, call us, and then type. Okay, yeah, so we're supposed to delete this text. Yeah. It's still not sticky though. Oh wow. Yeah, nothing is okay. Alright, so we need to go to the email link now. Close the export tag, place your insertion link before line 38. Close contact. Oh. Okay, so we go to the email, the class, right. What is happening? There you go. Okay, and it comes .NET. Alright, so we're gonna add class equals contact email link. There it is right there. All right, so now that the contact.html file contains more than one link with a main element, let's update the contact as the contact A selector and the contact email link in addition to modify the rule for the map. Oh yeah, so now we are able to do this now. Okay, so let's go to styles. Says it's going to be roughly about right. Yep, the contact A. So we are replace the A selector in line 28 with that. So we are going to take out the A contact dot contact email dot link. Yeah. Whoa. All right, so we did the so we got the dot map. We're gonna do the border 2 pixel. Two, which your insertion point on the 34 into the 135 into the width. Height is going to be 50%. Oh, I don't think I like that. There it is. There is that sticky son of a gun. Interesting. So, yeah. So whenever I added the contact A and changed that to the dot contact email link, so me adding the contact link is what sense. Yeah, so all I did was just reassociate into that from the contact. Okay. Alright. That's why it wasn't working before. I mean, it's not that it was broken, but it was to a sense of like, I just needed to link those two together. And I just was not at that step yet. That makes sense. All right, so let's go into this. And it says that we have to go to Jigsaw. Dot .3/CSS validator. There it is. All right, so so let's just do the old Vision way. Hey, wonderful. So, okay, so that one looks good. So now let's just go to the validator and we'll just go check out all of our files. Let's do the about. Nice. Classes. Nice. Contact. Nice. Index. Nice. Oh, nutrition. Check. Noise. Templates. Check. Noise. Noise. Okay, well, all that stuff is good. So that concludes this whole chapter. Okay, so in this chapter, you learn how to apply responsive design principles to a website. You modified the fitness website to use a fluid layout, added a meta viewpoint element, and followed a mobile-first strategy to analyze and modify the web page in the fitness website. You integrated custom fonts, created a sticky element, and a responsive navigation system for a mobile viewport. Used a pseudo class and added rounded corners. The items list below includes all the new skills you have learned in this chapter, with the task group by activity. Sweet. So we added meta viewport element. We made sticky elements. We created responsive navigation, and we used a mobile first strategy. All right. Sounds good to me.